We're on.
We're on. Fantastic. Hello, everyone.
Hello.
I'm Katrina White.
And I'm Susan Lynne.
And for those of you who know us already, welcome back to Crysalyst.
Welcome back to Crysalyst. And for those of you who are joining us for the first time, welcome. We're happy you're here.
Yes, absolutely.
We're also known as
the Cat
and Sue Show. All right. Now, before we were preparing to come on, I just was saying to Kat, well, have you heard that song? I was trying to remember the name of the group, Sister Hazel.
I've heard of Sister Hazel, but I didn't know the song.
And it goes, if you want to be somebody else, change your mind, yeah.
She sings professionally. Yeah.
Pseudo-professionally.
Amazing.
Okay.
No, you're a pro.
I sing in
you're
a choir.
A pro.
All right. So I'm going to keep my glasses on for a moment.
These lyrics are profound, so bear with us.
So then I said to Kat, okay, I'll show you the lyrics. And it's, hey, did you ever think there might be another way to just feel better? Just feel better about today.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, no. If you never want to have to turn and go away, you might feel better if you stay.
So stay with us. It gets better.
Yeah. If you've had enough of all you're trying, just give up the state of mind you're in, and then it goes to the chorus. If you want to be somebody else, if you're tired of fighting battles with yourself, if you want to be somebody else, Cat, change your mind, yeah. So we thought, how brilliant. Where did these lyrics come from? These folks must be reading the same thing that we are.
They were reading our minds, actually.
Well, and I mean, these are kind of truths or wisdom that you kind of bump into along the way.
Yeah.
And I mean, we've read this many places. They've obviously discovered this as well. And so, what's the point about today's chat?
It's all about your outside life, like what you're living every single day, all the things that you're attracting, all the things that are happening, good, bad, and ugly, are a direct reflection of what's going on inside of you.
So that if you're looking to change your life, which we have done so many times in our lives.
We've evolved.
Yes, and still evolving.
Like the butterfly, the evolution of the butterfly.
Yeah, and it's a lifelong process.
It is.
So,
but it doesn't have to be so hard.
Yeah.
That's why we created Crysalyst, and that's why we're talking to you today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we've discovered individually, and we met just a couple of years ago.
Yes.
And realized that our paths had been very similar in that we'd had a lot of difficult things in our childhood and in our adulthood, and both of us felt happy.
Yes.
And this was not a mystery to us.
That's right.
It's a mystery often to those around us.
Always.
Where people have looked at me and said, you look like you've never had a care in the world. And I think, oh, isn't that great? You wouldn't believe. So, how did we get here, Kat? When was that first moment when you discovered, the things in my surroundings have something to do with what's going on inside me, or my state of mind somehow is reflecting back to me in my surroundings? It seems such a mystery. How is that possible? Do you remember the moment, some sort of aha moment when that came clear?
There was a moment, but just to sort of backstory for a second, that every time something would happen to me, again, really amazing, okay, or just downright horrible, I would unconsciously, so I wasn't aware, that there was something going on inside of me that was saying, I'm going to bring this to you. Like it was almost like it was sent to me.
Okay.
And I didn't really understand why I was attracting this stuff. This is before I heard about Law of Attraction and The Secret, which is a fabulous book.
Right.
Was it Rhonda Byrne? I think, yeah.
Okay.
And just, I really didn't understand spirituality and metaphysics and all that good stuff back then.
Yeah.
But I always knew there was some reason why these were happening. And then about 20 years ago, I had a really bad personal situation happen to me.
Yeah.
quite profound. And it was then that I said, okay, enough already. What's going on? Why am I in this situation?
Yeah.
I need to find out the why behind the what.
Yeah.
And that's when I really started to seriously study the brain and quantum physics, because that's all about energy, right?
Yeah.
And I started to get into metaphysics and huge amounts of different spirituality and readings, philosophers like Rumi.
Yes, me too.
Right.
And this is where we discovered we have so much in common. We had been through adversity and then had been drawing strength from all of these resources.
Exactly.
In books, a lot of it books.
Yeah.
Also, there's so many ways that you can find this stuff.
Oh, absolutely.
Videos, workshops, seminars. So we'd taken information in.
It was input. It was like that old movie with the robot. I can't remember the name of the movie, but it was like the big thing that this robot kept saying is input, input, input. And I was like an input junkie.
Oh, yeah.
I couldn't get enough because I need to know the method behind the madness. I need to know why the stuff is happening
and how it works
and everything else. So even though this stuff was talked about 7,000 years ago,
right,
I was like, ding, finally getting it.
Yes.
And then it was through that moment, 20 years ago, and through the process of going through this journey and just learning and learning and learning, which hence made me learn more about myself,
right,
that I uncovered that one, I attracted it all.
Yeah.
Even the really bad stuff like sexual abuse and bullying.
Oh.
I know that sounds weird to say, but it actually, I was, because I realized that I did not feel worthy of all the incredible wealth that I had and the people I had and the journeys around the world that I was discovering and going on. I mean, I really, at the core of myself, was sabotaging everything because I didn't feel worthy.
Amazing how we
that was the biggest aha.
Yeah.
And that was the biggest oy vey.
I know, it's so surprising how we can do that when we just want to be happy.
It's true.
For me, if I can I jump to me now?
Go.
It's
your turn.
Yes. Okay, thanks.
We share.
Because who's it all about anyway?
We share. You.
And you.
And you.
And you.
And you. And me. And you. And you.
And you.
This is actually, we're recording this for you.
And now it's about you. Yeah.
It's all about you now.
Indeed. So for me, this was a very abstract concept for me, and I discovered this through Louise Hay. That book was recommended to me. You Can Heal Your Life. And
best book ever. It's my Bible.
Yeah, me too. I used that so much. I discovered it in 1991 when a counselor recommended it to me, and because I'd just gone through such a traumatic experience where a friend of mine had committed suicide, which I've talked to you about.
Yes,
I've talked to you about.
So
and
sad.
I was
actually,
lost.
You write about this in one of our
we do
ebooks
write about
that you'll
this.
find on our website.
Yeah, and I was just lost, absolutely lost. And he said, there's a book called You Can Heal Your Life by Louise Hay. He said when something like this happens in your life, it's not only this that you're dealing with, but any other trauma or upset or anything else in your psyche that needs healing. It's an opportunity because you're open and things will be up for healing. So I thought, well, what a positive way for him to look at it.
Yeah.
I really adopted that philosophy. I thought, great. And then I read her book, You Can Heal Your Life, and she was talking about how what is going on in your surroundings in your life is a reflection of what's going on inside you. And I thought, really? I mean, I just had to take a leap of faith because she seemed good. And gradually over the years, I've understood more and more that I can make shifts within myself, and then gradually that starts to shift things in my surroundings, or I shift things in my surroundings, and then my life gradually has just become better and better and better since I started reading that book. And then I've gone to, of course, many other books over the years.
Wayne Dyer.
Yeah.
God bless him.
Yeah. So many different. Yeah.
So many teachers.
Theorists in the psychological, spiritual, metaphysical, also quantum physics. I read a lot about that.
Yeah, I love quantum
I like the
physics.
scientific approach as well as the spiritual approach. I don't think of them as separate. I think of them as different ways to interpret the universe around us.
That's exactly it.
And that's what we have in common, among many things. And so I'm endlessly curious, and so is Kat. endlessly curious. And so what we love to do is just, input.
Now output. Output to
yeah, read and read stuff and experience things as well in workshops and courses that we attend. And then we like to distill it and bring it to you here in conversation with each other and in our ebooks and our online courses as well. And we're just going to continue doing this forever. That's our commitment. Here we are, loving what we're doing.
To the day I die and beyond.
Yeah.
I mean, why not? Because we're going to learn right up until that point when we move on.
Always learning.
And hopefully a lot more than I even know today.
That's our goal, right? That's our goal.
It is. And, you know, what's really, I'm gonna give a bit of a shout out to us. Okay?
Yes.
What's really unique about us and what we're offering and what Crysalyst is all about is we're not just about one specific thing. We're not just about metaphysics. We're not just about quantum physics. We're not just about, the usual self-help stuff.
Yeah.
What we're doing is we're bringing you, as you mentioned, kind of distilling all this wealth of information from the sages past and present.
Yeah.
And what has worked for us, what hasn't worked for us, we're going to be really honest about that too.
Yeah.
And what is out there for you.
Yeah.
You know, like we're not scientists or anything like that, and never actually wanted to be a scientist, although I'm fascinated with science.
I leave that
up to those people.
I wanted to be many, many things, so a little bit. I love science.
Yeah, well, I just want to experience it all.
Yeah,
right?
Exactly. Like be a sponge in the world.
Exactly.
Sponge up stuff.
And then impart our learning, impart our wisdom.
Yeah.
And then say, okay, this formula has worked for us.
Yeah.
And that's how we created Butterflyemanation, which is our premier program that has 3 stages, which is basically the journey of a butterfly.
Yes, the beginning stage, which is the caterpillar.
Right.
And then the becoming stage, which is when it's in its chrysalis or cocoon. And then coming out with spreading wings and sharing what you've learned out with the world in the being stage. So that's the journey of the course that we've put together, the experience that we've put together, which you can find online at our website crysalyst.com.
You want to spell Crysalyst?
Yes, I do. CRYSALYST.com.
There you go. We made up the name, by the way.
Yes, we invented it together.
Yeah. So tell them, actually, the greatest thing was we spent many months trying to figure out the best name. And a lot of the usual names were all taken, right? And then we were walking to your car. I don't know where we were going, but it doesn't matter. And we got into your car. And actually, just before we were getting to the car, you shouted out, Crysalyst! And I went, oh my God! And I had goosies all over. Yeah. And it was like, okay, that's it.
That's it. That's it. We like the crystal clearness. Yes. We like the idea of going into a cocoon for a transformation within yourself.
The chrysalis.
Which is the cocoon or the chrysalis. And we ended it with the YST because we like the idea of a catalyst for change.
Right.
And that's a scientific, that's a scientific element too. And it just all came together. We love the name Crysalyst. We hope you do too.
Absolutely. So, sort of the theme today, because this isn't a long video today, was, coming back to this whole your outside world is a reflection of your inside world.
Right.
One of the things we have to really acknowledge is precisely just that. And if you don't think, any one of you who are watching this, that you haven't influenced everything that's going on in your life, then you got to stop.
Yeah, we need to take a look inside.
We need to breathe. Let's breathe.
Yeah, just spend a moment with yourself.
Yeah.
And then even acknowledge whatever feeling you're feeling right now.
Yeah.
Angry, pissed off, happy, blissful, excited, afraid. And it's just spend a moment.
Curious.
Yeah. Yeah, and just spend that moment with yourself. So what our Crysalyst is designed for is to go within. That's it. So if I'm affecting my outside world through what's going on inside, how do I shift that? Let's go within. In many different ways, just like we did right there. Take a deep breath and feel what you're feeling.
Yeah, I mean, let's face it. we're from 0 to 7, so you birth to age 7, you're in this what they call Theta State, which is like a hypnotic state. That state just before you're about to fall asleep, right? And so you're a sponge. And you're, what we were talking about earlier, you're drinking the Kool-Aid. Whatever you've heard.
What you're taking in your surroundings, just like you're eating the pablum.
Yeah.
Your surroundings, you're just absorbing it in that way without any sense that the world is not like this or the world is like this. It just is.
Yeah, and you just believe everything. And the loved ones around you who are doing the very best they can. By the way, we're not into parent bashing. That's
True.
not,
Yeah.
it serves no purpose. They did the best they could.
Yeah.
And so whatever was going on, whatever people said, whatever harm came to you, whatever happened, as a child, you just take it in as is.
Yeah.
This must be the truth.
Unedited.
Right.
Yeah.
And exactly unedited. Sorry.
That's all right.
Scratching here with my long claws.
That's all right.
And then as you grow up, you've got this base that's in your subconscious, which means you're not aware of it. And then you build upon it. And then you start making choices based on the story you've created about who you are or who you think you are, really. And then you just build and build and build and build and build. It's like calcium building up. And some of it's going to be great. It's not all bad and doom and gloom.
Right.
But other stuff, not so great. So if you're having trouble attracting money, if you're having trouble attracting somebody, a loving partner, if you're having trouble, you just hate your career, but you really don't know what you want to do, and quite frankly, you don't really have the energy for it, but you want to sit there and go, I hate my life. There's a reason for all of it. And it's always in your subconscious programming. It's always in your story. The story that we build and sell ourselves to be the truth. But the truth is, the story is really just a lie we've sold ourselves about certain things. That we're not good enough or
we
worthy.
can think of it, as one story.
Yeah.
Even if you don't want to think of it as a lie, it's just like one lens on the world.
It is a one
learning
lens.
that can be looked at.
Yeah.
And questioned.
Yeah. Exactly.
To bring about some shifts that if you'd like to bring those about. Yeah.
It's true. So through our series of videos, through our online postings with Twitter and Facebook and you name it, we're on it. Social media, love it. And of course our courses, we're going to help you to understand and believe in, although it's your choice to believe, we can't force you, that there is a story within. And to really uncover what that is in the most painless possible way.
The gentlest way possible.
The gentlest way possible. I like how you use the word gentle. Yeah.
Yes.
You can tell I'm more abrupt than my beautiful colleague and friend
we're
here.
a good match.
We are. She's more zen. I'm more like a bull in the china shop. Oh yeah, with a bat.
Oh, it's perfect. It's perfect. I'm telling you, it works perfectly.
It does. So our purpose is to share with you how you go through this process of uncovering and then unleashing what does not serve you anymore.
Letting it
right?
go. Yeah.
Letting it go, like we
Yeah.
talked about in the other video,
Yeah.
the letting go video. And then kind of rewriting your story.
Right.
Based on your real truth and based on your learning and also the maturity, whatever age you are. I mean, we support people who are 18 to 80.
Yes.
I have a neighbor who's 83.
Yeah.
And I'm coaching her right now.
Yeah.
Because she says, I'll be darned if I'm not leaving this planet with some stuff sorted out.
Nice.
And I'm like, you rock.
That's great.
And that's what it's all about. So we hope you'll join us for our videos. Check us out on YouTube. And also our Twitter handle is Crysalyst Life. And our website is crysalyst.com. And we're here to serve you.
I think that's a wrap.
No, I think you have something else to say.
Did I have something to add?
Yeah.
What was it? What did I have to add?
I don't know. You had that look. There was something about to go, ugh. It's a wrap. Thanks for joining us. We love you.
We love you.
Ciao, ciao.